Welcome back, mystery seekers, to a tale so haunting it'll linger in your dreams like whispers from the deep. Today, we unravel the mermaid's curse, a saga of forbidden love, deadly secrets, and the untamed power of the sea. Imagine a world where the oceans pulse with ancient magic, where beauty hides a lethal edge. Grab your headphones, dim the lights, and hit that subscribe button as we embark on an unforgettable journey into the heart of this mesmerizing myth. Let's dive in. The story opens on a stormy night where the sea churns with fury under a sky torn by lightning. Fishermen, weathered by years on the water, struggle against towering waves, their boat creaking under the strain as they haul their nets, expecting a glittering haul of fish. A monstrous creature bursts from the depths, its scales shimmer like shattered moonlight, its eyes glow with a primal rage that chills the soul. It lunges, sinking sharp teeth into one of the crew, before the others, fueled by fear, wrestle it into a heavy iron box. Their hands tremble as they lock it tight, the creature's muffled snarls echoing inside. They radio for help, their voices cracking with panic. A military helicopter descends through the storm, whisking away the creature and the wounded man, leaving the crew on a silent deck, haunted by questions. What was that thing? Where did the army take their friend? The creature's unearthly screams linger in their nightmares. Far from the tempest, we meet Ben, a young man carved by solitude, living in a weathered shack where the sea's breath kisses the shore. He's distanced himself from his parents, whose worried calls go unanswered, his heart tethered to the ocean's endless song. His days are quiet, filled with walks along the beach, where gulls cry and waves whisper secrets. One fateful afternoon, he ventures into a jungle near the coast, its canopy thick with shadows. There he finds a girl, her eyes wide with terror, her skin pale as sea foam. She collapses at the sight of him, as if humanity itself is a shock. Ben, gentle but wary, carries her to his small home. When she wakes, her silence is deafening, her gaze piercing, as if she's unraveling him with every glance. She speaks no words, only stares with a curiosity that feels ancient. When Ben steps out to fetch a doctor, she vanishes like mist, leaving only the faint scent of salt and seaweed. The next morning, Ben finds her curled in an old boat by the shore, her hair tangled with kelp, her presence both fragile and wild. This girl, who later calls herself Rin after hearing a children's poem about mermaids on a grainy TV, is no ordinary soul. She moves through town with an eerie grace, unaware of human ways. Her hunger drives her to catch a fat rat, devouring it raw under the dawn's pale light, a sight that would sicken most but feels natural to her. Wandering further, she climbs into a stranger's car, drawn by a spark of curiosity. The man, sensing her naivety, drives to a secluded jungle, clearing his intentions dark. But Rin is no prey. With a flash of ferocity, she bites him, her teeth sinking deep, ending his life in a heartbeat. Her eyes glow with a predatory fire, revealing a truth: she's more than human. Ben, driven by equal parts fear and fascination, tracks Rin down and brings her back to his shack. She sings a melody so haunting it weaves through the air like a spell, chilling yet beautiful. The townsfolk whisper of this song, said to be sung by mermaids, creatures who lure sailors to their doom with voices like liquid starlight. Ben notices her skin peeling, revealing a shimmering layer beneath like scales catching the sun. His suspicion grows. Is she one of them? He calls a doctor, but Rin flees her. bare feet pounding the sand until she dives into the sea. The water embraces her, and she transforms. Scales ripple across her body. Her scream splits the night like a blade. Ben, driven by instinct, leaps into the waves to save her, only to face her feral attack. Her claws rake his skin, but he escapes, gasping on the shore, his heart torn between terror and an inexplicable pull toward her. Seeking answers, Ben visits Ellen, a woman whose eyes hold the wisdom of the sea. She warns him mermaids are beautiful, but deadly, their hearts hardened against humans, whom they see as enemies. She reveals a shattering truth. The creature from the story's opening was Rin's sister, captured by the army after the fishing boat attack. Rin, new to the human world, emerged from the depths to find her, knowing nothing of speech or customs. The army holds her sister in a vast sterile tank, its walls gleaming with cold steel as scientists probe her powers with cruel experiments. The bitten fisherman, locked in a sedated haze, is kept under guard to silence his knowledge of the mermaid's existence. Ben listens, his mind racing as Ellen's words paint a world where myth and reality collide. Ben rejoins the fishing crew from the story's start, now armed with underwater cameras that peer into the abyss. They spot Rin swimming, her form a dance of grace and terror, her screams echoing through the ship's speakers like a call from another world. Thinking she's in peril, Ben dives into the inky waters, his heart pounding. He finds a military device pulsing with painful frequencies meant to ensnare her. Back on land, Rin seeks Ellen, using frantic gestures to convey her desperate mission to save her sister. Ellen, understanding her primal hunger, brings piles of seafood, crabs, fish, shrimp, which Rin devours with a ferocity that betrays her aquatic roots. Ben shows his friend a mark from Rin's attack, a jagged scar on his arm, and plays the devices, recording its tortured cries belong to Rin's sister. The truth crashes over them. Rin is a mermaid, a creature of legend, now walking among them. Rin, mistaking the device for her sister's prison, shatters a door in rage, her eyes blazing with anguish, believing her sibling is trapped within. Ben calms her, his voice steady, promising to help find her sister. Meanwhile, Rin's sister breaks free from the army's tank, her strength shattering glass and steel. She kills guards, their screams swallowed by the night, and escapes with the bitten fisherman, now a hollow shell of himself. Using a stolen phone, he sends a desperate message to his friends as Ben and his friend delve into ancient texts about mermaids. They feel Rin's song weaving into their minds, a hypnotic force that bends their will. Rin's sister wields the same power, her melody ensnaring an army soldier who sits by her empty tank, lost in a trance, his eyes vacant as he hums her tune. The story darkens as police hunt Rin for the jungle killing, guided by a sketch from a woman whose clothes Rin stole after scaring her. Ben shields Rin, his loyalty torn between fear and a growing bond. At a lively town party, Rin drinks heavily, her laughter wild as she stumbles into a pool. Ben panics, fearing her transformation, but she reveals she only becomes a mermaid in the sea. Relieved, he and his friend take her home, where she embraces them, her trust a fragile gift. But Rin's sister, free and vengeful, kills humans without mercy, blaming them for her suffering. Ben's team tracks the army, learning of their plan to hunt mermaids with sonic devices and traps. In a chaotic clash at sea, Rin's sister and brother, also a mermaid, attack Ben's crew, their ferocity unmatched. One of Ben's friends falls, his life snuffed out by their wrath. Grief consumes Ben, who confronts Rin, calling her an animal in his pain. His friend explains the army's cruelty fueled Rin's sister's hatred, and Rin bears no blame. Ben apologizes, his voice heavy, as Rin sings again, her melody soft under a starlit sky, deepening his enchantment. Danger looms as Rin's siblings arrive on land, intent on killing her for drawing human eyes to their kind. In a brutal fight, Rin battles her sister, her strength prevailing to claim leadership. By mermaid law, she commands her siblings to return to the sea. As they retreat, a vengeful local fires a shot, striking Rin's sister. An army soldier, obsessed with her blood's rumored healing powers, tries to save her, re-injecting it, but her body weakens, and she slips away, her final breath a whisper of the sea. Ellen unveils a staggering secret. She's a descendant of a mermaid-human hybrid, and so is Ben, his blood tied to the ocean's mysteries. Shocked, Ben confronts his father, who hid this truth for decades. The soldier, driven mad by Rin's sister's song, walks into the sea, ending his life under its waves. Rin, realizing her presence endangers Ben and his friend, makes a heart-wrenching choice. Her bond with Ben has grown, yet she knows her song could destroy him. She leaves him standing alone on the shore, his eyes fixed on the horizon, where she vanishes. Her departure, a silent sacrifice to protect those she's come to love. What an epic odyssey! Will Rin return to the shore? Can Ben break free from the song that haunts his soul? This tale of mermaids' love and loss leaves us adrift in wonder. Share your thoughts below. What did you make of Rin's sacrifice? Like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell to join us for more tales that stir the heart and chill the soul. Until next time, let the sea's mysteries call you back.